Hello there, this is DVT and this is Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue talking about Asphalt Legends Unite. And today we got some news about what's happening in the game in the form of the Asphalt Roadmap November 2024 video that was released just like an hour ago at the time that I'm recording this. And oh boy, it hyped me up, I want to talk about it, and here we are. But before I jump into it, if you like my content, please hit the like button on this video, because in that way it lets me know that you enjoy this, but it also tells YouTube that this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way the channel can continue going, I keep going, and more videos for everybody. So there you go. Do it for DBT and subscribe while you're at it, it's free, why not? But alright, so first things first, today's video was gonna be something else altogether, also related to Asphalt Legends Unite, but that's gonna have to be pushed for tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be another Alu video, but for now, I thought it was more important to talk about this. And also, while we're at it, Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates it, people over there in the United States. I hope you enjoyed your turkey. So yeah, there you go. Just wanted to mention that. But alright, so first things first, you're gonna hear a bit of a cacophony, that is to say a lot of noise in this video, because this particular video doesn't have captions, so I have to play it with the actual audio of the video, and it has the Asphalt Legends Unite music. And because of copyright situation, I decided to have some additional music in the background going, so there's gonna be like two music playing over each other. I'm just trying to cancel it so that hopefully I'm gonna be able to not get hit by copyright issues or whatever, but we'll see if it works. If not, oh well. It's important to hear what Muttley has to say, so hey, we need to listen to it. So, without further ado, let's check it out.
Hello there, Muttley here, and today I have a cold. So, sorry if I sound a bit off. Jokes aside, today we're going to explore what the future holds in our very first roadmap video.
Very well.
In this video, we'll be looking at all the new features headed your way before the end of the year. Features like an all-new track based on the Windy City itself.
And alright, I'm gonna make a pause over there because the first moment that I saw this, that they were announcing Chicago, I'm like, really? Another United States video? Another United States track? And I was like, I mean, it's not that I have anything against the USA, but we have already so many tracks based over there. But actually, when I started seeing the clips of it, I'm like, oh, wait a second, they did something else altogether. For a moment, I thought it was gonna be like another New York or something, but no, once I saw it, I'm like, oh, very interesting what they did there.
Chicago. A new co-op game mode. Team
racing, that sounds absolutely bonkers. There is gonna explain it a little bit later, but yeah, we'll get
racing.
to it.
A new single-player game mode. Boss mode.
Sounds interesting. Again, more explanation to come.
New private lobby game modes and settings.
Ah, that's a W.
New sub-tier multiplayer rewards.
Hopefully it's gonna be something worthwhile.
And quite a few quality of life improvements, such as the new reward systems to help Switch and PlayStation players keep up.
Let's go! Finally, they listen to us! I'm sorry, I'm a Switch player, so I'm really happy to hear that there's some additional consideration put into anything that has to do with that platform.
So, grab a drink and lock on, cause we're going for a ride. After the success of the new Team Pursuit mode, we're bringing you another cooperative game mode for you to enjoy. This time, it's all about racing, where two teams will face each other directly on the track. Two teams of 4 cars will be racing simultaneously on the same track. Once everyone has crossed the finish line, each racer will receive points.
Alright, so first things first, 2 teams 4v4 makes sense given that it's 8 players per race, so that's good to know. Now this is the part where it gets interesting, where after the race, points are given based on the final position, but points refers to the score of the race, not like, you know, your final, what's it called, neither reputation or season rank or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Based on their position. The points for each team member are then added up, and the team with the most points claims the fight.
So what it just means is that basically, if it's anything like what I imagine it is that based on how many people you're ahead of, or rather how many people of the other team you are ahead of, you're gonna be getting an amount of points. The more people that you are defeating of the opposite team, the more points. So at the end of the day, it's just gonna be a sum of all of the points and see which one comes victorious. Now that worries me only a little bit, because if I've learned anything from playing Forza Horizon and this type of things, is that people don't seem to understand that team play means that you want your teammates to also do well. And instead, what they tend to do is push you, and over here, I'm afraid that your teammates are gonna be knocking you down. So imagine how fun that's gonna be if that happens to be the case. But anyway.
Final victory. This event will be introduced as part of our season series, or MP.
Or MP2, he says. So yeah, this is gonna be replacing MP2. At least I don't know that it's gonna be every single season. I would imagine that they're gonna be switching it up a little bit. Sometimes doing regular MP2, sometimes doing this particular version of MP2.
And as usual, will reward you for your series score and allow you to choose any car from your garage. Get ready.
Series score, that's the term that I was trying to say, that the points that you get based on how many people you beat and blah, 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 blah. I think they just meant like the in-race score rather than the series score. Does that make sense? I think it does.
Ready to do your best for the team when our new Team Races mode arrives next update.
I'm just gonna say that sounds really fun. I'm really glad to see that they're trying to continue adding new game modes to make the thing more interesting because, you know, I love MP2 as is, but also adding a little bit of variety, I think it's a pretty cool thing to see, so nice.
And we haven't forgotten about the Lone Wolves out there. An all-new time-limited event where you'll be racing against the nastiest and meanest driver on the track. Enter the Boss Mode.
Oh, that right away sounded interesting to me. Like, ooh, boss mode. Is it gonna be? I don't know why I thought of old games where you had to beat a bunch of bosses all at one after another. But anyway, let's listen to what he says.
What might seem like a challenging duel at first will quickly become pure mayhem as getting too close to your challenger will trigger some serious road rage.
So, alright, the very first thing he does mention that it seems like a duel. So it's gonna be just a 1v1, which makes sense, you know. But what caught my attention is indeed the fact that he says that it's gonna be different AI, basically. And by the way, this song is gonna be looping, this song that is playing right now in the background, just because it's loud enough where it kind of covers the in-video music. So don't worry, I'll switch it up a little later, but still.
Your opponent's behavior will shift into aggressive stance when your car is in rage, and his focus will be more on trying to disable your car than to make it to the finish line.
Now, when he says disable your car, I wonder if he literally means knocking you down. And that is something that AI in this game has never been able to do, other than, I suppose, the cops, but you know, that's a different thing. But yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be a case where the AI is gonna be trying to emulate a player where they're gonna be 360ing you and, you know, using shockwave to try to destroy you. That would be actually very interesting because to some degree, it would also help players that haven't gotten really into multiplayer to see how those system works. And I hope that in a way it's also similar, where you won't be able to knock him down so easily by just using any nitro. Instead, more like how it is in multiplayer, you need to be using shockwave or doing particular things in order to knock him down. So I think that could work also as a way to teach newer players that are not super familiar with the multiplayer knockdown rules how that could work. That could be really interesting if they go that route.
Will you be able to survive the encounter? The team has also been keeping an eye on how you're enjoying private lobbies so far, and will be giving you some shiny new toys to play with your friends. First of all,
that sounds good. That sounds really good. Despite the fact that I don't play a whole lot of private lobbies, I think the fact that they're making them a bit more varied adds more reason to want to play it. Even though in my, you know that on on Saturdays I do events, community events and whatnot. Over there, private lobbies don't really work for reasons that I've talked about before. Either way, for more private situations where, hey, a few of my friends want to play, let's do it. I like the idea of having more options.
Well, we're adding a new mode, Slipstream, giving you the chance to set up these races up yourself and enjoy them with a party of friends.
That's great. Having a slipstream, it's fantastic. I don't remember where, but I thought that you had the ability to select precisely like this what type of game mode it was. Maybe it never existed and I just dreamt it. But anyway, I think it's fantastic to be able to be like, hey, let's do slipstream, you know, let's bring the fast cars and see what we can do.
Speaking of settings, we're also adding more settings options for your races, such as toggling knockdowns or setting how long of a go start you want.
Oh, another W move right there. I love the idea of disabling knockdowns because, for example, you know that I'm the type of player, maybe you know, maybe you don't, but I'm not particularly a big fan of knockdown modes or where you can get knocked down. So let's say if I wanted to set up some sort of a little tournament or something like that, disabling knockdowns would be fantastic because then it's all about how well can you race and, you know, yeah, you can push each other and whatnot, but it's no longer about, oh, I double tap the brake button and now I just destroy my opponent. No. It's more about like, hey, do you know how to play it proper and keep your speed going? I love this idea.
Of course, we'll continue to build this mode in the future. Like for example, bringing more modes such as Team Pursuit mode so you can enjoy them with a party of friends.
And that sounds great, but there's one particular thing that I wish they were to add, and I don't know, you have to tell me in the comments what you think about it, but I feel like it's something that it's missing, and one of the reasons why I don't love doing private lobbies when it comes to trying to organize something, like I said, for community events or things like that, is the fact that there's no randomization of tracks. I wish there was some option so that you would, let's say, sort of like spin a roulette and be like, okay, what is the length of tracks that you want to do? I want to do 60-second tracks. Okay, perfect. Now spin the wheel and it's going to automatically select the location and the track itself. So it's going to randomly select, I don't know, Nevada. And from the 60-second tracks, it's going to select one of them. It's going to select randomly another location and another track. That's what I love that it would have to make that a little bit easier. I think that would work, particularly when you want to do a bunch of races with your pals, as opposed to having to be like, oh crap, I am the leader of this lobby. Let me switch the track. Let me select what particular version I want, all of that stuff. So that is the one thing that I wish they were to bring. But hey, seeing the fact that they're working on it, that they're improving it, I want to believe that over time, maybe they'll reach that. We need to suggest it if you guys agree with me.
We're happy to see the community enjoying private lobbies so much. And if you have any other cool ideas you'd like to see happen, throw them our way.
See, he said it. So go ahead, tell them like, hey, it would be cool if we had a randomizer for the tracks. I think that would be a fantastic feature, to be honest.
After the introduction of sub-tiers to our World Series, we're now also revamping our multiplayer rewards. You will now receive end rewards for each sub-tier, rewarding your progression even further.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't play enough multiplayer to tell you how good or bad this is. So, wait a second. Wait, you get more packs the lower the league? What? Am I reading this correct? Yeah, they did it like that. What? So when you reach Silver 4, you get 4 silver packs. In 3, you get 3. In 2, you get 2. And 1, you get 1. That, the better the league, the smaller the amount of packs you get. What? I see now that they did it the other way around.
The multiplayer pass has also been
wait. Wait, what? Oh, maybe I was reading it wrong. So, once you reach silver, you get 4 bronze packs and 1 silver pack. And then in silver 3, you get... Oh, I see. Okay, so you start getting less and less of the packs from the previous league, let's say. And you start getting more packs of the current one. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. My mistake. And then there's also the MP packs. Now, to be completely honest, I understand this is going to be great for somewhat, well, beginner players, intermediate players. For me, and for a lot of people, this doesn't mean a whole lot because a lot of these blueprints we already have for cars that we already unlocked. But that's not me saying, oh, they should change this. It's great that it's going to help the newer players, so no complaints over there. Just thought that, man, it would be cool if they added some additional cars over here. I don't know. It's just kind of the struggle for the medium term or veteran players. They're like, yeah, we have all of this stuff, so this means absolutely nothing to us. But hey, again, good for the newer players, so that's fine by me.
Instead of receiving minor rewards from previous ranks, you'll now receive double your best reward, providing you better rewards based on your current rank. This also comes with several quality of life improvements, as we're adding notifications in case you have unclaimed rewards, and also allowing you to preview upcoming rewards. And for
no comment in that. I think it's fine. I mean, it's a good change, but
for Nintendo Switch and PlayStation fans.
Yes, this is the part that I care the most about. And just because it was getting repetitive, I changed the song now. There you go.
We know. We've been listening. It hasn't been easy to keep up without ads. So we're happy to announce that our next update will include a feature aimed at...
All right, before he explains it further, for anybody that doesn't know, just real quick, what happens is that both the PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch version of the game don't have ads. Now, technically speaking, as far as I understand, Xbox doesn't have it either. The difference is that in Xbox, you can always move your account from Xbox to your phone, and then you can watch ads, which is kind of what I do. Even though I don't own an Xbox, I do play on the Steam version and in the Windows version sometimes, the regular Windows version. But because the ads are limited, or simply there's no ads, for example, in Steam, where I like playing the most because I can take screenshots easily over there. What I do is just go back to my phone, then watch the ads to refuel my car, whatever it is that I want to do, or get a couple of tickets or whatever it is. Watch the ads, and then if I want to continue playing or recording or whatever, I go back into my Steam account and continue playing. So that is why for the Xbox it's a little bit of a different situation, but for both for the PlayStation and the Switch, we have absolutely no way to move the account temporarily. So we're stuck without any ads, which means no ticket refills, no fuel cooldown decrement or decrease, none of those, or credit multipliers, which is a big deal. Because, well, you need the credits for everything. So, yeah, it's really good to see that they listened to this and they're doing something about it. Let me rewind a little bit and let's hear what he says.
Hasn't been easy to keep up without ads. So we're happy to announce that our next update will include a feature aimed at bridging that gap, allowing you to take advantage of the same benefits that you would get from watching an ad for free and for a limited number of times each day. So you won't be limited to just refills.
This one in particular was really a big deal because for Drab Syndicate, the cooldown for each one of the, what is it called, hazard level, it's 15 minutes, so it takes quite a while. It's longer than regular cooldowns for tickets and things like that. So this on the Switch was an absolute nightmare because we had to wait all of that time. Absolutely no way of decreasing that waiting time other than paying a bunch of tokens. But it's understandable that's not great having to spend your tokens in this. So such a big deal, such a W change.
But also to be able to choose other rewards such as multipliers. The choice is yours.
Multipliers, I suppose he's referring precisely to the credit multipliers per race and whatnot. So just rewinding a little bit to see what it shows over here. Tickets. So we can get a little bit of refills. Now, it's not as much as you could get normally on your phone. Because, for example, I think in total you can do... Wait, it said 1 ticket refill? Refill now. Claim 5 out of 5. Well, then again... Oh, okay. I don't know how much attention I should pay to this because this doesn't look right. Normally the price would be 40 tokens. Over here it says 10. So I don't know. This might just be like it says down there. All footage shown is work in progress. So this is probably not the final price that it's going to show. I don't understand if this means claiming 1 ticket or claiming a full refill. I don't quite understand that just yet. We'll see how it goes. But for example,
to take advantage of the same benefits.
A little bit further ahead over here. Sorry if he was talking over me for a sec there. Yeah, so over here, for example, 5 out of 5 claims of these packs. Because, these packs refill every, 3-4 hours, depending on if you own the no, wait. No, this is the ad ones. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of this. No, this is the ad ones. You know how you can watch ads to get a couple more packs? A few more packs. I think you can get like 10 more packs or something a day. Over here, well, it's 5, only 5. But still, the fact that we have them, Jesus, that makes a difference. Trust me, it really does make a difference when you're a Switch player that have been having to live without any of this. Then what else it showed? Oh yeah, it showed that one, and I think that's that. All right, fair enough.
Such as multipliers. The choice is yours.
Multipliers with the credit multiplier at the end of the race is another big deal because you know how sometimes you're playing multiplayer and you get a times 20 multiplier and you're gonna get 140,000 credits. We've not had that. So now having the option to get the multiplier, man, that's a big deal. So I'm so happy to see this. You have no idea how difficult it's been to get the credits over there.
And last but not least, we proudly introduce our all-new track, Chicago. Taking inspiration from the Windy City itself, this exciting new track will have you racing amongst the rooftops and flying across the sky from building to building. As you probably guessed by now, we've been teasing this track throughout the entire video, but here's a full run for you to enjoy.
And alright, I'm gonna change the music again and increase the volume a little bit because over here there's nothing to listen to but music. Alright, here we go. Let's have a look at the track itself. Now, I did said earlier that I thought when they were announcing that, at the start of this video that there was going to be another USA track, I'm like, oh my God, another one. It's just going to be another New York. And that's not me hating on New York or San Francisco or things like that. It's not that I don't like them. It's just that, it's just going to be another city track, which, again, not a bad thing. We have a bunch now. But no, actually, once I started seeing this, like, wait a second. What's going on? We're not on the road at any moment. Oh, the music. Jesus. There we go. So that is the main thing to notice over here. If you notice, we're just in on the top of buildings. That's basically what it is, and that is so interesting, to be honest. Refreshing even. It reminds me to some degree to some other racing game for mobile for which I've made some videos before, the Ace Racer, where the tracks can get a little bit crazy, nonsensical even. And this is indeed sort of nonsense, but it's a type of nonsense that I like. And somewhat realistic in terms of, hey, it's still the city and all of that stuff. But now you're not just racing on the street, now you're racing in the rooftops, and that is absolutely crazy. There's a particular section where you're going over some building that it's all, the ceiling of the building, it's all crystal, and you're just racing on top of it. It looks crazy. It looks fantastic. A ton of jumps, obviously. So cars with acceleration, with crazy levels of acceleration, are just gonna have a field day over here because they're gonna be able to get so much speed so quickly. Right there. Look at this place. Oh, it's crazy. I love it. I love Singapore. Except for the issues that I had when it originally released and all of that stuff, you know, with the horrible drift. But it's really refreshing to see them doing something completely different to what they've done before. And just going with a very, very interesting choice of only on the rooftops, going on the rooftops. I thought that was absolutely bonkers. I'm gonna play this whole thing again, the race itself, just so that we can have a little bit of a look. Because over here you can see how, well, it was easier to see on the previous part. Hold up. Give it a second. Right there. Right here. You can see another building unconnected to this one. So this is another version of the track and whatnot. Okay, reactivated my Mastro so that you can see a little bit better what I'm showing. But yeah, on this side you can see an unconnected building. So this is another version of the track over here. Looks kind of interesting. Again, we're in the ceilings, and I like how, in order to have some sense of continuity between the buildings, what they did was put some crystal platform or bridge. And I also like the fact that it's a crystal one, because it gives you the idea, because if it was just a regular bridge of a solid looking material, opaque material, then you wouldn't be able to tell exactly what it is that is happening. But with this, seeing the transparency, you can clearly see that you are in between buildings. I love this choice. Honestly, I do like it quite a bit in terms of a creative decision. Here's the other side that I was talking about. I don't know. Like I said, probably just another version of the track. Same thing, connecting between buildings with the crystal stuff. Pretty dope. We continue going around there. More connections, why not? Then you apparently go into a shopping mall in downtown. So a very cool mixture of little bit of what's it called? The inside of buildings, at least on the roofs and whatnot. Outdoors, indoors, you know, that's what I was looking for, indoors. A little bit of a combination of both. Then we get, of course, a train section. This is the train section. Yes, it is. Because, of course, they love trains. And I wonder if this is going to be another one of those trains that are going to push you with the wind. And I hate that thing, by the way, but hey, whatever. Again, more jumping in between places. Man, I just really, really like what they did with the concept of this map. And once again, this is just one particular version of it. But it's so cool because you can see down there, you can see a lot of, you know, it's not just, because in a regular map, when you're driving on the road down there, you can see, well, just the road, and you can see the buildings being tall and whatnot. Once again, think of New York. But over here, you are at the top, and you can see, it reminds me a little bit of in Osaka, how in some places in Osaka, you jump some really high places, and you see a lot of cars down there, fake cars and whatnot, right? But I don't know, I love seeing that. It gives you an even more interesting perspective of the location that you're driving on. It's like, oh, it's not just floor level. Now you're seeing absolute bunkerness. Now, I don't believe that this track is... Oh, and by the way, I also like how the building is shaped on a nail, right? Normal stuff in the corner. Over here, they added some additional crystal stuff in the middle so that, you know, you don't have to take 90-degree turns all the time. Oh, this whole place, I love it so much. Like I said earlier, it just looks so interesting. Very, very cool. Legit is... Look, it's not that I've not liked previous maps, but when I compare something like the Greenland map, which I thought it was one of the most boring maps in looks and mechanics and all of that, and then I see something like, oh, this is what I wanted to see in this type of game. And I know this is not gonna be for everybody. Like I said, it might be a little bit out there, in too crazy, but then again, it's Asphalt Legends Unite. It's nonsense all around, so where's the surprise? So I don't know, overall, I thought this was a really cool thing. I don't know that this technically should be considered a roadmap, more I would say a preview of the next patch, because he did say at the start that this stuff is coming before the year ends, and before the year ends, there's only time for one update. So really, they're just showcasing what's coming in the next update. But either way, that's just splitting hairs. Overall, I'm really hyped to see all the stuff that they were showing over here. The changes that they're bringing are fantastic. Like I said, I do hope that they work a little bit more specifically with my roulette wish here on the private lobby. And I wish they were also to pay a tiny little bit of attention, a tiny little bit of love on the quick race mode for the Switch. But hey, at least we have it, so that's something, right? But yeah, just sort of talking about this because it really hyped me up, to be completely honest. It did. So yeah, we still have to hear what cars are coming and what not, but that should be pretty soon, I think. For now, just wanted to present this information for you. If you like the video, like button, all of that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.